Ребята, прошу поприветствовать нашего учителя, Мисс Jillian.
Hello, my name is Miss Jill, or Miss Jillian, and I am from Canada. I have been teaching for 9.5 years, and I'm currently a grade 2 teacher at ISK.
Мисс Джил из Канады, она работает учителем уже 9,5 лет, и в данный момент она обучает второклассников в нашей школе, международной школе Казани.
Thank you. And today what we focused on in our lesson was storytelling through a different lens, and our lens was focusing on different perspectives. Our unit of inquiry now is how we express ourselves with a heavy focus on express.
Мисс Джил хотела бы рассказать о текущем исследовательском проекте, который она ведет с детьми. Проект «Как мы выражаем себя», и основным мотивом, что мы разные мнения, мы выражаем себя по-разному.
And our central idea is stories allow us to express ourselves. So again, heavy emphasis on express, and now we're bringing in how do we do that with stories.
Центральная идея этого блока. Истории помогают нам выразить себя. Опять акцент сделан на выражение, самовыражение.
Our lines of inquiry are ways people tell stories. So what we did during this line of inquiry is we brainstormed many ideas of how people can express themselves. And the students came up with different ideas such as art, paintings, drama, dance, sand paintings. So it was really their brainstorms of what they knew about how stories were told.
Первым аспектом, который исследуется в этом блоке, это способы, которыми люди рассказывают истории. В виде мозгового штурма дети предложили много вариантов самовыражения: танец, живопись, даже рисование песком.
Our second line of inquiry was stories have different perspectives and are interpreted in different ways. I will express this more a little further because this is what our lesson is today. Our third line of inquiry was stories have structure and purpose. And here we'll dive into beginning, middle, ends of stories, titles, just the basic structure of stories.
Вторым аспектом исследования, и он выделен желтым цветом, потому что о нем мисс Джилл будет говорить подробно на протяжении своего выступления, истории имеют разные перспективы, и они интерпретируются по-разному. И последний аспект исследования – это история имеет структуру и цель. То есть здесь дети разбирают начало, середина, концовка истории, заголовки. То есть базовые понятия структуры истории.
And our key concepts were form, function, and connection. So for form, we would be asking questions about what does it look like. For function, we would ask questions such as why do we write stories? And connection would be how are the students connecting with these stories, or how do they make feeling connections with them?
Концепты, которые сопровождают эту тему, это форма. Здесь подразумевается, как какая-то история, например, выглядит. Функция, почему люди пишут историю, и connection, взаимосвязь, как дети могут ассоциировать себя с этой историей, как эта история касается учеников.
Wonderful. And as I said, I will dive a little bit more into our second line of inquiry because that is what our lesson focused on. And what we wanted to do in this lesson was understand people or characters' different perspectives.
Мисс Джилл хочет остановиться на втором аспекте, потому что именно этот аспект разбирали сегодня на уроке. Как понять мнение людей или персонажей.
Okay, thank you. So just before I go into the lesson, I'd like to do a little provocation with you, make this a bit interactive. So you see a picture on the screen. I'd like you to take about 30 seconds of think time, and please, in the chat, if you could put, what do you see in this picture?
Мисс Джилл предлагает всем примерить на себя роль ученика и поучаствовать в провокации. У вас есть 30 секунд, чтобы в чате написать, что вы видите на картинке. Unfortunately, we don't have the chat in front of us.
Okay, so we've have some answers as a duck.
A duck face.
We have a duck face. A duck again. A duck again.
Да, мы получили в чате.
A goose face. Okay, so these are great answers, and there are no right or wrong answers to this question. But now we're going to have a little discussion. What if I told you that I see a rabbit?
Здесь нет правильного или неправильного ответа. Все ответы, которые мы получили в чате, это утка или гусь. Но что, если мисс Джилл скажет, что она видит кролика?
So this is where we get the children to start thinking about what we're going to talk about in the lesson. And here is where I would introduce the idea of perspective or different points of view. So therefore, I see a rabbit, but you see a duck, but neither is wrong or right.
Именно эта провокация позволила мисс Джилл внедрить это понятие точки зрения. Кто-то видит кролика, кто-то видит утку. Здесь нет правильного или неправильного ответа.
So you've all done a good job. No matter what your answer is, it's right.
Независимо от того, что вы ответили, ваш ответ правильный.
So our story focused on the three little pigs and the different pigs and the wolf's perspective. How did they view the story?
Урок был основан на сказке «Три поросенка» и о том, какие точки зрения есть у поросят и какая точка зрения у волка.
So I would like you to take one moment again, maybe 30 seconds. I would like you to pick a character and then again in the chat, maybe write one word of how that character would feel in this story or what would be that character's perspective in this story.
Сейчас мисс Джилл предлагает вам опять включиться в работу. У вас есть 30 секунд, чтобы выбрать какого-то из персонажей сказки. Напомню, это волк и, собственно, каждый из поросят. И в чате вам нужно писать, как этот персонаж чувствует себя в этой истории.
Okay, thank you very much. We're going to move on to the lesson. Please enjoy.
Perspective. Have you ever heard of this word before?
No. Yes.
Do you know what perspective?
No.
Okay, but you heard the word, but you don't really know what it is. Yes. Okay, so by the end of this lesson today, I hope that you will know what this word means. Okay, that's what Miss Jill wants to teach you today. First, how we're going to start is by reading a little story. Our book is called The Three Little Pigs, and you already know this story, so I don't need to read all of it for you. So there were three pigs. The first little pig made his house out of, do you know what this is called?
No.
Straw. Do you think this would be a strong house?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first little pig made his house out of straw, and then the big bad wolf came, and what did he do? Blow the house down. Psh, see you later, house. That's not a good one. Alrighty. The second pig made his house out of bundles of sticks, okay? And then the big bad wolf came, and then what did he do to that house? Blow it down. Blew it down. Very good. Okay. Then the third little piggy made his house out of bricks. And when the wolf came, what happened to his house?
Nothing.
Nothing. Why?
Because it is good.
Yeah. Okay, very good. So, how many characters do we have in this book?
5. 6.
Well, we talked about 5, but how many did we really talk about? 4. How many students are here? 4. Oh, we have 4 characters and we have 4 students. So what we're going to do, because you know this story, right? You're going to pick one of the characters and you're going to talk about their perspective. And when we talk about perspective, the things that we are talking about are their feelings. What else have we been talking about?
About their
Mood. Yes. What else?
Do they like it, this house or not?
Okay, so like their opinion?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And one more thing. Their
Open-minded. Open-minded.
Okay, so if you're open-minded, then you have many,
Social.
starts like this.
Ideas.
Ideas. Okay, so the word perspective talks about people's feelings, their mood, their ideas, and their opinion. Okay? You are going to be one of the characters. And I want you to think about how they would feel in this story. What would their mood be in this story? And what would their ideas be and their opinions be? Miss Jill is going to give you time to think about this character and how they might feel, what their mood might be, their ideas and their opinion. Then I have a surprise for you. So I'm going to give you...
The wolf.
I don't know yet. I have a surprise for you. So you're going to have 5 minutes to think about these things about your character, okay? You have this piggy. Write it down. Ideas here. So you have a big piggy. Why do you think he feels sad? Looking at. So he feels he has a good idea. What's his idea? Okay, very good question. Okay, so let's have a little discussion about our perspective, our character's perspective. And what we're going to do now, here's our surprise. So you thought that Miss Jill was going to be the wolf, right? Here's the surprise. You are going to be the wolf. You are going to be the middle pig. You are going to be the big pig. And you are going to be the baby pig. Do you understand?
Yes.
Then what we are going to do is one of you is going to sit in a seat and we are going to ask you questions, but you have to answer the questions like you're the wolf. So let's say this is going to be our hot seat. Okay? This is our hot seat. Hot seat means this is where you become your character. Okay? Okay, so Renata, you are the first person in the hot seat. So let's turn and look at her. And do we have any questions for our wolf? Okay.
What do you feel?
Oh, okay, let's go one at a time. So go ahead, Amirhan.
What is your mood?
Hungry.
Oh, yes?
What ideas do you have? Eat you.
I like that. That's pretty good. So you're only thinking about one thing. Hungry and eating. Yes? I like that one. Okay, come and sit. Again, I have a number. Okay, you're going to go? Go right ahead. Okay. Now.
What is your mood? Scared.
Oh, you don't look scared. Can you show me scared? Okay. Sarah, and then you can go last? Okay, excellent. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go into character. Are you in character? Alrighty, and ask the first question, please.
How you are feeling? Scared.
You don't look scared. Show us scared.
Why?
Very good. Okay, let's switch spots. Robert, get into character. Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Now remember, you have to show me how you feel.
What is your mood? Happy.
Happy. Why? Why are you happy?
Because my house is strong.
Oh, you have a strong house. All right, come back and have a seat. Now, please stop being your characters. Now you're Renata, now you're back to Sarah, now you're back to Robert, and you're Amirhan. Okay, so change back, please. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, yes, you're ready to go. Wonderful. I want to ask, what was our lesson today? Yes.
About perspectives.
It was about perspectives. Very good. Do all people or all characters have the same perspective?
No.
Okay, yeah. And what if someone's perspective is not the same as yours? What if someone's perspective is different? What if their feelings are different than yours? What if their mood is different than yours? Their opinion is different than yours? What should we do in this situation?
Help.
You could help them, yeah? What else could we do? Sara, what did you say?
Nothing.
Just nothing, right? It's okay if you have an opinion and I have an opinion? Is that okay?
Like I'm having small.
No?
Like
So here's for example, do you like broccoli? Do you like broccoli? Do you like broccoli? Do you like broccoli? I like broccoli. Is this okay that I like and you don't like? Yeah, right? I like it, you don't like it. That's my opinion, that's your opinion. So is that okay?
yeah.
Okay, very good. Alrighty, last thing I want you to do, stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down, stand up, and give yourself a round of applause.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed that lesson because I really enjoyed teaching it and I loved what the product was at the end. Here, for example, is what was written on the table and the questions that we did come up with as a group. You did not see in the video, but we did come up with the questions as a group. And here we have one of the student reflections about the lesson. So they basically just answered these questions that we had written. So how did you feel about the lesson? What is your mood after the lesson? What are your ideas after the lesson? And how do you feel, or what is your opinion about the lesson?
Мисс Джил надеется, что вам понравился очень урок, потому что Мисс Джил понравилось вести этот урок. Предыдущие фотографии, can you open the previous slide, please? Это вопросы, которые они все вместе, группы, сформулировали. То есть какие вопросы они будут задавать каждому персонажу, например, как ты себя чувствуешь, какое твое настроение, какие у тебя идеи и так далее. То есть они группой сформулировали эти вопросы первоначально. То есть видео в этот момент не вошел. И следующий слайд, next slide, yes, это уже рефлексия учеников относительно самого урока, как они себя чувствуют, понравилось им и так далее.
And just as a concluding here, just as I ask my students to reflect on lessons, I also as a teacher like to reflect on my lessons. So possibly if you could be more interactive with me, before you leave, if you could leave a 6 to 8 word sentence about how you feel after watching this lesson in the chat. If you could also write how have these ideas or in this lesson changed your thinking of how you would teach. And number 3, what is your perspective or feedback about this lesson so that I can make it better the next time?
Да, и сейчас Мисс Джил предлагает примерить роль учеников. И точно так же, как она просит детей в конце урока подумать, сформулировать мнение об этом уроке. Сейчас Мисс Джил просит вас написать предложение 6-8 слов, небольшое предложение, что вы думаете по поводу этого урока, понравился ли вам урок, написать, поменяли ли вот эти идеи ваше мышление, и есть ли какая-то обратная связь, как Мисс Джил может улучшить этот урок.
And I'm sorry, so you can leave your feedback in the chat, or you can also unmute yourself and share your ideas now if you'd like to.
Вы можете написать дать обратную связь в чате, или вы можете включить свой микрофон и вслух задать свой вопрос.
And we'll just move on from here. If anybody has any questions, now is your chance. I would love to have some questions, please. Great lesson. Oh, thank you very much. I really enjoyed doing it, and I'm really happy that you enjoyed watching it. I really enjoy my students, and they make me so happy at the end of the day. So thank you very much for your time, and thank you very much for listening. I appreciate it.
Спасибо большое за ваше время, за внимание. Мы очень благодарны.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Jill.